Hello and welcome back to another video. So in today's video you're probably going to call us crazy, but we are getting more cattle out today. So you'll see the sun is shining even through that little perspex bit we have in the roof there. So the Charlie, Debbie and Big Black are going out. The reason for that is they will both be finished this year, but they're not going to be finished straight from the shed. As I said, the sun is shining, it's a good day to get them out. So we're hoping the two Limousins will be ready to go in the next week, ideally. I'll weigh them today, I'll give you a proper look at them, but they look good. They're never going to be as good as the two bullocks we sent off, unfortunately. These were out of an easy calving bull, you know, so there was, obviously we chose that because the cows had difficulty on their first calves. They both had C-sections, 2 C-sections in 1 year, and the only C-sections we've ever had. So we've kind of stuck with the easy calving Limousine with them. So we'll see how they do, but they more or less look ready. I'll check the fat on their ribs and things, and we'll just try and make a decision. We won't get our hopes up too much with weights and prices for them, because if we're comparing them to the other two, it's just not going to be as good. But although the Charlie, Debbie, is good, and she's a heavyweight, she's a very tall cow, just like her mother, Big Black. So she's just not ready for finishing, and she won't be. There's no point in us leaving her in here, using up the silage, pumping her with ration, because what she needs is just a field of grass like Big Black. I would be hoping Big Black would be close to the ton when she's going, which, look, in a way is too heavy, but she just has such a big frame. She'll probably need to be close to that weight just to be ready to go. I'm not sure about the Charlie, but she should be a big strong animal by the time she goes as well, because yeah, she is very tall. It's funny, it's just the same. She's not as long as the mother, of course, but yeah, she is very tall. Like, you'll see her there, she's much taller than that Limousine, but she just she hasn't filled out yet. So myself and Dad are going to move them down. They should know where they're going, so hopefully we won't have any dramatics along the way. I'll go in front of them and block off the road to town, and then I'll just drive them down afterwards. So that should be grand. We'll come back, we'll weigh the two Limousines, and we'll see what weights they are, but sure, I'll let you know all that and the average daily gains and that sort of crack. But yeah, sure, look, I'll leave it there now. I'll set up the ropes below to get them moving, and hopefully it'll be a very straightforward job. Now that's the job done. They went down, not a bother. They knew exactly where they were going. It took a little bit to get them out of the yard. I said I wouldn't show you all of it, but in fairness, once they realised what I was trying to get them to do, they came bounding out, no bother. The only problem was I could not keep up with them. They bombed it down. So yeah, I got to get used to chasing after them now again for the summer. But once they saw the cattle as well, they were gone, and sure, the ones when they saw them coming as well, they were delighted. So look, we'll leave them there a while, leave them settle, and sure, I can go down and check on them later then again. So now it is just, I'm waiting for Rob to come down. He'll lift out the platform for the weighing scales with me. Dad's outside doing a bit of scraping there in the yard now after the cow was messing it up. So I'll show you what he'd be up to, because people are always saying, oh, you do it on your own and whatnot, which I do a lot of it on my own, but I don't do all of it on my own. And I'll show you an example of what Dad would be doing just to save me a little bit of time on certain things. So yeah, we'll get going at that so that I can show you the weighing and see what these two look like and all of that now. Now that's the two weighed anyway, and as you can see, it took a lot out of them. They've had to have a lie down, but it all went well and the weights were decent as well. So Dad popped them into herd watch there while they were jumping onto the scales. So I'll show them up on the screen there, but we're happy with the two of them. So the heifer was 602 kg and the bullock was 632 kg. So for 20 months, it's not too bad, you know, they're decent weights. And as I said, an easy calving Limousin bull, and then not our greatest cows either. Well, no, there are two weakest cows, to be honest. So to get those weights at 20 months is not bad going. Now, are they ready for the factory? We're not entirely sure. So Dad's just going to ask the man that usually carries them for us just to come and have a look, see what he thinks. We would like to get them gone. I would like to get the heifer out of the pen here, and in there, it's a lot of work, constantly cleaning her out and topping her up with straw and even barrowing over the silage to her and things. So it would just be a bit of a break for me for 3 weeks until we start getting the cows in, but we're not going to send them off if they're not ready. So we'll see what he says, and if he thinks they are ready, then we'll let them go. Obviously they're not at all as heavy as the other two lads, but I mean, just completely different animals. I don't think we'd ever get them to the weight of those guys, or else we'd just be pumping them full of ration, and then they probably go too fat, you know. So look, we'll see what he thinks. They are still only on 4 kg a day, We did up them to 6 for a while, but then when the silage results came back, Dad just thought there was no point because the silage was so good. There was no point in giving them those extra few kg, so we just went back down to the 4, and they do seem to be coming along on that, so that's them anyway. I must run down now, just check on the ones below, see if they've settled. They were doing a lot of jumping and bouncing around the place, and as you can imagine, I do not want a 900 plus kg cow doing that, given the way the ground is at the moment. So look, we'll go down, see if they've settled, and finish up there then. Now, this is exactly what I want to see behind me. The majority of them are lying down anyway. A couple got up there when they saw me coming in, but they're very content that they're not even coming over to me, not even my Sheehan. But the weather is fabulous. It's really nice and warm down here now, so it's perfect for them. As long as it stays nice and dry and mild tonight, which it is forecast to, we should be laughing. So they'll have the run of the whole place around the lake as well, so there should be plenty of grass for a while. Just weather will make it to testing out of this place now. With the extra 2 animals, it'll be tight maybe, but sure, look, we'll see how we go. We can always move them across the road if we have to, but it will be nice to hold off to towards the end of March before we get them down there. But look, we'll see how we go. We will be a little bit lighter on numbers this year compared to last year. Last year was the most cattle we ever had, but the fact now that we've sent some to the factory already, and hopefully the other 2 will be going to the factory, and they will go to the factory before they get out to grass anyway. All that gives you a little bit more grass, so hopefully we should be very comfortable this year, but you never know with the weather here what way it will go. But anyway, I'm going to leave it here, and I'm going to leave them alone. I don't want to be getting them up needlessly. So just a quick update video today, but I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did like it, give me a like, and if you haven't already done so, please subscribe. Thank you.